needing a phone book and all that. So, and then these are the DNS records. Records is nothing but a type of entry. So we have error. I'll go over this when I'm done with this. But these are the type of the entries we have here. Okay, so what we did, so we set up the static IP for the DNS server. You could hear me clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good.
Is it necessary we have to set up static and we do the dynamic as well?
No. I mean, you don't want the server to be changing IP addresses. In our environment, we haven't seen the IP address being changed. But if you have like hundreds and thousands of computers, then, assigned IP is a premium. So business units charge money each other. If you're not using the IP address, then the business dollar you pay for the IT department is less. They have change management in the company, right? And
Yes.
every department has budget. Okay. And then, say for example, you want about 10 servers. So what happens is, the server is owned by IT department, but the money is paid by the application people, because they are the one who needs all the server and everything, right? So they will be the part owner, and the money and the budget comes from their pocket. So all these departments work as an individual business, and then there is it's called tangible asset. Okay, so within the company, I'm providing the service, but what is the tangible service if you have to go get the service from outside the company? So they write that up, and then they will deduct the business dollars from their budget as if they are paying. Okay, so that's how it works.
Okay.
So yeah, so the IT department mostly has their own budget. Also, their expenses are covered from the other departments when their server request is complete and all that. That's how it normally works. So the application you need to install is bind utils, and bind chroot. So bind.
And what about the host name? Host name should come like .com as well, or any name and with the .com, right?
No, it could be anything.
It could be anything.
Yeah, I'm using .com.
Yeah. You should later like DNSmaster.gmp.com. It could be a one like abcd.com or only abcd. That's fine as well, right?
Yeah, it would be fine that way.
Okay.
But if your publishing is online and you have a domain name, you have to use .com. That way the DNS record, the internet finds your IP address. So,
the way you have the example here, dnsmaster.vmpc.com, is there any logic? Can we say only dnsmaster.com, right?
Usually, this part is called domain, and then this part is called subdomain.
Okay.
So, if I go into my, let me go into my GoDaddy.
Files that we touch host file and the other file. I think host file is not right.
Yeah. So
No, brother. My question is on the up the field. Yes, I hear. Here. We have the host file that we changed. Then we change the conf file. There are one or two, then the named file below. There are three files. We tried to practice during a group study, but I could not connect the dot between these files. When these files come into picture, so that we have visual memory, what to change, what not to change. I couldn't connect dots myself, so I say, let me ask you.
okay. Let's go into the network file first.
Okay.
Okay. In here, you have to give the host name, whatever the name you determine. Okay. I just happen to give it as a DNS master.gmpt.com.
Got it.
When you're practicing it, you just this nomenclature, the way the server name, all this is happening is, you will sit down within the company and decide how this is usually happening here. Okay, so when I was the reverse lookup, you could look up somebody's name in your phone number in your contact list using a name as well as the phone number, right? In your contact list, if you start typing the phone number in there, it will zero in on the correct phone number, right? Correct contact number.
So we type the IP address of the master on the above lines and the bottom
it will route itself here. So go into your phone and go into your contacts here, right? Most of your contacts are with the name, are listed with the name, right?
that makes sense here. I know you're making the right analogy, but I'm just trying to comprehend in my brain how to look onto this one. So we put the master IP address above in this file, which is 10, and then we have another place 0/24. So that makes sense. It comes here, the word there is a called zone.
Yeah.
And above was the options.
Zone,
So
what zone are you looking at? There are two zones here. Forward lookup zone and a reverse lookup zone. So what it is doing is forward lookup zone is, it's looking up the information using the name. And the reverse lookup zone is looking up the information using IP address.
Okay. Can you scroll up on this file a little bit? We just copied these zones from the original file. From here, we copied and pasted at the bottom.
Yeah, the zone, this part here. You should copy this part here. This part. Okay, I copied this part, and then here I put in the information here, gmpt.com. And then here, type, I made it master. And then file name.
I cannot see your mouse, brother. Okay. Can you repeat one more time, please? My apologies, brother.
Okay, here. So, okay, here I put down, you go back into this name.com and then
Okay.
the block of code here. So this block of code you have to copy. You have to copy couple times. And then,
okay.
And then this part doesn't exist in your new file.
Makes sense.
Okay, so just put down pound and pound in these two lines.
Right.
Copy this couple times and then paste it here.
Okay.
Okay, then edit it this part. gmpt.com and then type, make it master, and then the new line, file name, type gmp to forward.gmpt. And allow update. We're going to come back here again, okay? We're not done with this yet. So
okay.
now just leave it none and none.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, good.
Brother Zafar, it should be, I think it should be nam.rsc because you took the nam.com.
Yeah, the forward.gmpt and reverse.gmpt I'll tell you where it's coming from, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we are going back and forth couple times here on this file here. So we have to go back to this folder here. These are our names. Okay? Okay, hold on. This one folder, CP, names. And here what we did was copied this file and then we did forward GMPT and reverse GMPT, okay? These two files need to be existing here with the name reverse and with the name forward. And then here take information in this file here, etcname.com. So this script knows where to go read for the file. So it's going to go read this file here, okay? Now we're going to play around with these two files here, okay?
In etc, is one more file comes, extension is RFC. RFC is on something like that, 1912.
This one?
Is etc folder.
RFC 1902? Yeah, that file was being used in the Red Hat 6. So this file is not being used now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright, let's move forward a little bit here. You're going to have to set this up a couple times before you really understand how this is working here. It sounds easy that the DNS is just like a phone book, but the configuration part is really tough. And once you have done this few times successfully, then you could play around and you could enter more entries into it. That way, it will start working for you, okay? Alright, let's do. Okay, so I'm going to do ls here, and then I'm going to do forward lookup zone, forward, that ZMPT. Okay, so here TTL means time to live. It's going to take 1 day for it to go live here, okay, so we could change those things around. And then SOA stands for Start of Authority. And can you go on mute, please? Okay, good. Okay. SOA stands for Start of Authority. And this is since this is a master server, so this server has the authority over any other domain servers here, okay? And then all these entries end with a period here, okay? zmpt.com dot, okay? This is must. And then I'm going to make this as a root server. So this entry is necessary, root dot zmpt.com and then a dot. Okay? Good.
So root name should become with the zmpt.com?
Yeah. There is no other way.
The zone name, right? You put the zone name zmpt.com. That's the way, right? You put it zmpt.com here with the root.
So the reason we are putting root.gmpt.com is we are making this server is a master server. This is going to be, if this server goes down, you are in big trouble.
I mean, I'm just checking, this gmpd.com is connection with the zone name gmpd.com. Is there any connection with that?
It is. It's actually telling this is a master. This is a master server. Okay? Because this is a reverse look. This is a forward lookup zone file, and then if this file is gonna when it's running concurrent with the other file, it knows that master.gmpt.com is actually the root gmpt.com. So this is the master server.
So name should be similar in this way. So,
yeah.
Right?
Whatever the domain name you put in, this part could be anything. But the root dot, whatever you choose has to be like this.
Okay, root dot, but the root part, gmpd.com is similar to zone name. The zone name is gmpd.com.
You know what? Actually, hold on to those thoughts here, okay? Let's move forward. By the time you set up the slave server, then you will have better clarity. Because right now there are too many confusions here in your mind. But let's move forward and set this up, and then take a look at the bigger pictures, and we'll come back and then analyze all these things that are working. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so now we okay, so this one also should end with a period here, okay? dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay, and 1 day, 1 hour, okay, good. Okay, I'm going to save and exit, and then I'm going to go for reverse. Okay, in here also there must be a period and a space, root.gmpt.com and a period. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, and now here we need the period also. Okay. So this is a record here. So this is a record in itself. So when we're gonna ping this, it's gonna hit the forward lookup zone and reverse and forward files, and then we have the entry in here. It will pick that up, and it will tell us which IP address is associated with which host name. Okay. Okay. So DNS master 1 dot in okay, so we went there. And then we have this one has extra lines in here. So 110 is referring to the DNS master dot when it's looking up with the IP address here, okay? So we are not worried about the other numbers here because we already fed the first 3 octets in here, in this file here. Okay, first 3 octets are already fed in here. It's kind of reverse here. 192.168.56.56. So this part is already set in here. So all it's going to look for is 110. It's going to fill in 110. DNS master gmpt.com is 110. It will return this information.
One question, Zafar. Did you put the extra line on the master on the forward also, or this goes only in the reverse?
goes only in the reverse.
And do you mind if I ask you what's the reason not putting here and why putting here?
Because reverse is looking using the IP address. This record is already there. And then the reverse lookup zone is going reading the IP address. It's going to look for 110 and then it's going to determine dnsmaster.vmpt.com. And then it's going to hit back and give you the correct IP address. Okay. So let's see here. We are outside the network here. So we are on a Windows network here. So if I do ping dnsmaster.vmpt.com, okay, nothing is coming here, right? So when everything is going to work, all these things will come up live. Okay, so now I have to start the service. Name.conf, I have to start the service here. So system, CTL, status, name. Okay, so I'm going to have to start again. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. So I may have to give me one second. My cough is not done yet.
I guess you have to put another entry. Yes, brother, you have to give them one more entry, IP address.
Yeah, give me 1 minute. Let me check something out. Over here, you said?
Yes, before.
Yeah, I have to put the IP address here.
IP address, yes. @ a something like that. And put the IP address, master IP address.
Yeah, DNS master, then IN, and it's a record. So 192.168.56.110. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. I have to put one record in here. And then the reverse lookup zone has another IP address in there, additional. So let me restart it. Yes, it worked. So let me copy this. This is for the forward lookup zone. Okay. And then this is for the reverse lookup zone. Actually, let me just do this here, CP. That way it's much better. Okay? Okay, sorry. The name dot localhost is the correct file.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, copy this file here. Name dot localhost. Because this file is a template, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let me just highlight this a little bit. And you go in there and then put in the entries like this. Okay, so let's see if this is working. I think we need to change some, okay, so let's disable the,
You have to make a copy actually from name.localhost.com with the forward and reverse lookup zone.
yeah, we did that, right? Forward?
But I don't know you made a copy from the name.localhost
Yeah,
with all permissions.
yeah, now we're going to change the permissions now. See, we copied here. Last week we copied this here, right?
I don't remember actually.
Yeah, instead of copy, I did a redirect. Oh no. Config. Yeah, install.
How about whether if we do the history and graph on the CAT command, that will shorten, right?
Yeah. Well, it's only 20 commands, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, yeah, but regardless, this is the command you use. Cat cp name dot. If you have to go into this folder here, cd1 name, which we are, and then these two files didn't exist. Forward.vmpt and reverse.vmpt which didn't exist. We copied this file here, okay? And then we named this, copied this to this file and edit this file here. So it should automatically, most of the information should be in there. All you have to do is just edit this information here, okay?
Can you please check the permission name.localhost with the forward and reverse all our SAM's permissions?
Yeah, we're gonna change now. We're gonna change the permissions. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the firewall here. The firewall is disabled. Okay, so firewall is inactive.
Is this supposed to be inactive or is it supposed to be active?
No, don't worry about firewall being active. I mentioned earlier, the firewall part of the security is managed on the network layer, okay?
No, brother, my question is, we are checking here if it is active or not.
It's inactive, see?
So, no, I know, but it should be inactive?
Yeah.
Okay, it should be inactive, okay. Jazakallah.
Okay, so actually let me put it in here in the notes. Okay, so okay, so let me think. Okay. Okay, now then you could check the status. Okay, and then what you have to do is make sure if you don't get any error messages, that means the configuration file you have done so far is good. Systemctl start named. This is the when you run this command, if you're not getting error messages, that means it's working good. And then when the system restarts, you want to make sure the service starts automatically. So you have to type the check config command. CHKCONFIG, okay, NAMED, on. Let's do CHK config. So you all know we have seven run levels, right? So the network is automatically on 2, 3, 4. So the ones we're supposed to on is on. Here, so what we're going to do is I'm going to add check config named okay. So let's do check config. Okay, so forwarding request to system enable name. Okay. This is going to be in the troubleshooting. Named. So the service is running here. So how do we confirm if the service is running here? You just run this command, ps-ef. I will go over this when we're going to do troubleshooting.
Yes, is process? Yes, stand for process or something?
Yeah. Present services.
Present service.
Brother Zafar, the command that you mentioned, check config, if we need to make any service always on, so we need to run check config and the service name and the on or off.
Yeah, on or off or enable here. I think this is a good one for 7. Red Hat 7, this is the right service.
Enable
running check configure. Yeah, run this service here. Remember, we disable system CTL, disable firewall D. Actually, we are disabling it when the system is going to restart. Okay.
And this is true for all the services, not only this DNS service that we are working on. This is true for any service that we want to make it enabled or disabled.
Exactly. Very good.
Jazakallah.
So it says active in. So when it says loaded here, right? That means it's gonna. Let's see the status for the firewall. So the status is inactive, and then loaded is. So you have to look for the disabled here. Okay, enabled here. So in this line, when it says loaded line, when you see enabled here, that means this is on when the system is going to turn back on, restart. If the system restarts, the service automatically turns on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to configure permission ownership, okay?
Permission of ownership, what is that mean there?
I'm coming there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give the group permission of that folder. Okay, so we have not completed the user administration, so it may not make sense for you, but I have to run this at this moment for it to work, okay? What I'm doing is I'm running the command chgroup, and then I'm making there is a group in here, okay? Okay, so when we install the bind application, it created, when we install any application on any computer, there are a lot of things of application installation does that. You guys agree with that?
Yep.
Okay, and it also asks for the root permission, like if you're installing something on Windows, it will give it a pop-up and say, are you sure you want to run this as an administrator or whatever? So it's automatically doing a lot of things in the background. And for us, it kind of created a group in here, okay? So, it's hard for me to explain more at this moment because we have not completed the administration. But there is a group here, so we're going to give this group, the ownership of these files here, okay?
So, is this group named as the application? How do we know that this named belongs to named, or it was an application name was named?
Yeah. So hold on. Yeah, so I just call it. Okay. You could still hear me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the ownership of this group, of this file here, for this folder here. So I'm going to do ls-l. Okay. So the named folder, it belongs to the owner root here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him the ownership here. Okay, so CH group.
Brother Zafar, one question here. I can see first three directory.
Yeah.
All these three names are named, and they have three different owners or two different owners. Root named. What are these?
Yeah.
And why you pick the root and not the named?
Yeah. Just hold those out for now because
Okay.
I don't want to explain these things now. Why I don't want to explain? Because the administration is like a 3-week class. It's going to take 3 weeks for us to understand all those things. So just bear with me for this part here, okay?
No problem, brother. Jazakallah.
Named okay, and so here the file is already changed here. Okay, so it was already there, so it wasn't necessary, but I ran it anyway. Okay, and this is the group ownership you have to give, CH group. And CH own. CH own hyphen V. And then I'm going to give it to from root to named. Alright, so before I do that, let's go and take a look. Okay, so let's see.
Brother Zafar, I'm going to ask another question which might not be related to this one.
Yeah.
I cloned a new server 7. I went to the var directory and ls, and I cannot find any folder called named in it. Is that normal?
Yes, you have to install the Binds application.
Okay, that is all. Jazakallah.
Yeah, it will create one for you.
Jazakallah.
Okay, so yeah, and I was thinking you have to change the permissions here, but I'm still putting in here. I'm making sure it's what the permissions are what it is. I put it in here. Okay. Okay, and now there is SC Linux command here. I'll explain that later here, but I have to run the command also. Restore con -rv var named. Okay, and I also have to restore con /etc.com. Okay, so we are playing around with the SC Linux here.
Zafar, do you mind to just put the directory name and it also that we should be in a var directory?
Yeah, this is a directory right there.
Okay. See.
Right? I'm using absolute path.
Makes sense. Thank you very much. So that means we can be anywhere to run this command then.
You tell me.
Yeah, yes. I'm 100% I think that I can be anywhere to run this command.
Come on now. What?
Yeah, I can, the thing is I can be in any folder and that will go to the root var and one on the name. I don't need to be in a var directory.
Yeah, so what is it called then?
Absolute path that you just mentioned.
Yep. Absolute and relative path. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Very good. So, alright, I don't have to go there again. Okay, so let me minimize this. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to test the file zones. Okay, text the zone names. Text. Okay, so the command is name.check zone. Just forward and reverse DNS lookup zones. Anyway, here's the command. Named dot check zone. Okay. vlpt.com. And then what are the file names? var/named/forward. Okay. You should get a message that says, yeah.
It's working.
Yeah. And now let's do reverse. Okay, good. What we have done so far is successful here. So I'm feeling confident about this. Okay, so I don't like that. Let me put it in a box. Okay, good. So make sure it's saying okay here. If it doesn't say okay, so check your work again. Okay, now what we're going to have to do is we have to go into VI, etc, sysconfig, and then network scripts. And then I'm going to go into I'm going to go into this file here. Okay, I'm going to make a DNS entry here, okay? All I'm doing here is putting in DNS, and I'm telling what is the DNS address for this. 192.168.56.1110. You have to put this in here. There is no exception. Okay, you are making a DNS entry on the DNS server name into this device file here. So on any other server, you have to go back and put this in a DNS name server. Okay.
What is the reason you are putting the DNS name on this file?
It will look for the DNS server.
Oh, for this device, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But one more question on this line.
Yeah.
If we are using two network cards, for example, we have the...
Put it on the bond. Okay. Then you put it on the bond. You talk about the bonding?
Yes, brother.
Yeah. Put it on the bond 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while we are using this one, we are not using the network. We are only using the local network card.
Yeah, so far local, yeah. Okay, now there is also called a DNS resolution file name, okay? If you answer this in the interview, you will get a job. So the file is
May Allah bless you with the quick recovery, brother.
Yeah.
Thing is, this topic is the most complicated topic that we have done till today.
It is.
Really.
And
it is really.
It will be complicated. So here, if you go and look at your DNS file here, it is being this DNS file is automatically rewritten by your router. The router you have, it goes into your system and rewrites this file here. Now that we are not on the internet, we could change this here. The moment you go back into the internet, this file will be rewritten. Okay, here, we're going to do the search here. We're going to delete this and then just make it dmtc.com. And then the name server, this IP address I'm deleting is coming from my router.
So you have to turn off the internet on the device first?
Turn off the net on your computer.
Okay, so they are taking from the router, right?
Yes. So,
in real environment, what could be happen? Because it's internet over there in real environment and production environment, right?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So what happens is that there is a network. The network people. They have a lot of things. They have a lot of magic going on over there. So they have some kind of NAT network disabled there. Okay. Okay. So the NAT network is on here. So if I change this and come back here, it will go back to its original again. Okay. So let's see. Let me do 56.110.
Zafar, one question here on this file. This gmpt.com, is that the name of the zone or the name of the main domain?
Main domain.
So this name could be different than the zone that we put gmpt.com, or it should be the machine.
It should be DNS master gmpt.com, right?
If you have determined you're going to play with gmpt.com, you have to use that everywhere.
No, brother. This is what I need to get it clear. We started with the host name as the dnsserver.gmpt.com. Then we went to the zone. Then we went to the zones file. And you said that you can put any name. It shouldn't be just gmpt.com. It could be any name. So now I'm trying to connect these dots. So the name in this one is the name of the main domain or the name of the zone.
In the zone, whatever you're putting in the zone, you have to put it in here for it to work.
Here, okay, zone.
This part has to match everywhere. So you cannot put something in one place and the other place you put something else.
So whatever you put in the zone, that should be everywhere.
Yeah, you have to determine. You have to sit down and determine what you're going to be using it. Okay.
I mean, is determined by the zone name or by the host name?
By you. You determine what is the domain you're going to be using. Okay. If you don't want to use gmpt.com, you want to use saeed.com, just stick with one of them throughout the process, okay?
But the brother, our zone name, DNS master.gmpt.com is not domain name? Is the complete domain name?
That's a subdomain.
Oh.
This is the big brother, okay? .com, gmpt.com. And then this is the last name, and everything else which is coming in the front is the first name. So wherever you're putting in, the last name goes everywhere. Okay? So here...
The name should be, similar with...
Yeah, DNSmaster.gmpt.com is just the name of that server. And gmpt.com is the name of a family name. Okay? Everywhere, then we're going to make it slave here. Then we're going to make one more system and make it slave here. So it's going to become dnsmasterslave.gmpt.com. So the family name stays there.
Okay, but can you scroll a little bit? Keep coming down. Here. We put when we came to the zone, we say we can put any name here. This should be the last name here also.
Here?
Zone name.
Yeah, this is the last name right here.
So that's what I'm saying. I asked you when we were here, you say we can put any name, even the different from the first name.
No.
Okay.
What I meant at that moment was, you could come up with whatever you want and stick with that everywhere else.
Okay, so
if you determine Saeed.com, make sure it's Saeed.com everywhere else. Here also Saeed.com, here also Saeed.com. The first name could be something else.
Okay.
All names should be matched.
The last name also I'm referring to as the domain name should match. And this is the subdomain. I will put together
because a little bit confusion with the names. gmpt.com and dnsmaster.com. So it's making complications. A similar name.
Yeah, it's a domain name. But here, the server we are making it a master name is also in itself is a child of the family name.
Okay, child of the parent.
Okay, would that help? This is all the way on the top, and then everything else below is going to be there. Child here. I'll put in graphics in here, or maybe let me find something. server. Just hang on a moment here. Let's finish this and then we'll move. When we set up a couple more servers, then you will have better chances. Okay, so let me do this here. And now what I have to do is I probably have to restart the name.conf service. So what was the systemctl? Restart. Okay, let's see ping here. dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay, alright. So let's do it here. Ping dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay, see now it's pinging here with and it's giving us the IP address. Then the 192.56. This here. Now, if we ping this here, we are able to ping with the IP address. But pinging with the name is a big deal because if you are able to ping with the IP address with the name, that means the name is set in the DNS system. So to check everything is working, there is a command called dig. Dig dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay. So yeah, it's working here because it gave us the information here, gmpt.com, and then this is where it's going into, dnsmaster.gmpt.com, and then it look up the records, and it gave us the IP address here, okay? So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to clone one server, and then I'm going to give it some random name, and then I'm going to put that information into the DNS server. That way you would know that it's working. So let's clone a server here. Test.
Can't we take any other already existing something instead of cloning?
No, the reason I'm cloning is we are going to do refresh, and then that way it doesn't have any corrupt files in it. And then I'm going to do only few changes in here and in the master and see how that's going to work, okay?
Brother, I sent you a link on the group chat. Can you check? I believe it's for DNS, something like you're telling us a minute ago.
Okay, I'm going to go in here, network. I'm going to enable it, host only, allow. Okay. Okay, this is what you sent me. Yeah, this looks for 6. Red Hat 6.
But the basic concepts are the same or they're different?
I'm checking. The server lab, the intranet.
Whatever you said, domain, subdomain, if you see the picture, it will show you clearly. I mean, whatever you said is name, domain name, is top level. I mean, I think basic concept would be same.
See, the one they are showing here is not the one we would use inside the company. They are showing outside public zone. Root, infra, top level domain name, server lab 1, second level domain name, third level domain name, fourth level domain name. Okay, let's complete what I'm doing here and I'll come back and see if it's going to work here. So we have this brand spanking computer here, okay? So I'm going to log in. Okay, I'm going to do Red Hat and then I'm going to IPADDR. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do ping. Let's do ping DNS master dot vmpt.com. Okay, so it's not going to find anything because it doesn't know where the DNS server is at. Okay, so but let's ping here. Ping 192.168.56.111. Okay, it's going to ping with the IP address because it's a valid IP address. Okay, so now let's change the name here. So let's go into vi/etc/hostnames. Okay, in here, so I'm going to give it a name. So test.saeed.com. Okay, I'm going to save and exit. And then we can do this here, right? Ping test dot. So it's going to error out because there is nothing in the. Okay, so I'm going to type host name here. So I'm going to change the name VIETC host. Okay, and here I'm going to delete this. And let's take a look at the example how the host file is. So the IP address of this is 111, right? So 192.168.56.111. And the name is test.saeed.com, okay? So let's do this here, host name, without restarting this, okay? Okay, now the host name is test.saeed.com. Okay, so the only thing we need to do here is So let's see cd etc system network. Okay, yeah, the file didn't exist. So what we're gonna do is VIIFCFG hyphen EMP0S3. I'm gonna make a new entry, okay? So far you all are good, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go device equals EMP0S3 EMP0S3. Okay, IP ADDR. I'm gonna give static IP 192.168.56.111. Okay, and then the type is Ethernet. Okay, and boot proto is equal to static on boot is equal to yes. Okay, yeah, we may have to get the hardware address. Hardware ADDR equals netmask equals 255.255.255.0 and DNS is 192.168.
1110? You have to put here the 1110 or 1111?
You tell me.
I believe it's 1110.
Exactly. Very good. Why 1110 is going to be same across the region?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now let's get the hardware address. Okay, so I'm going to go echo. And then I'm going to go hardware. Okay. Hardware ADDR. So what is the hardware address? 08:00:D8:61:7F.
Now, this is lowercase f, brother. It might.
It makes changes a lot. Uppercase F is different than lowercase f. And here D2, right? D08:00:27 D8:61:7F. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the network. Keep it. Okay. Now from here, let's do ping DNS master. Okay. let's do ping 192.168.56.110. Okay, it should work here. Alright, so this is the problem with this thing here. Let me connect. 192.58.56.111. Okay. Alright, from here, from the DNS server, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ping the host name. See, now the host name is showing up here, right? test.feed.com is still not in there, okay? So what do I have to do is, I have to make an entry into the zone files, okay? In here also. Okay, so in here it's pinging locally here, so it doesn't matter here. We should be able to ping this from other place. Okay, well, give me 1 second, let me see if this is working. Alright, this one is not working. I'm not worried about that. So what you do is vi status var name. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Vi forward. So in here, you're going to make an entry here. Okay? What is the entry you're going to make? That's Saeed.com, right?
Yep.
And I am a
192.168.
yeah 192.168.56.111.
Okay, and the serial number as well.
Yeah. Well, the serial, I mean, we don't have the slave yet, so I'm not worried about the serial number.
I read whenever you make an entry, either, I mean, you have to put the slave or any test name, you have to change the serial number all the time.
Yeah. We don't have the slave yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. You have to do that. But we're testing without the slave here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to restart the service here. System, CTR, restart. I think let's forward this. Okay, yeah, this looks good. And now let me go reverse. Yeah, I have to put a period after this.
.com.
System CTL, restart, named. Okay, now let's do ping. Okay, see, it's working with the name now. Why is it working with the name? Because it's hitting the DNS server here. So it should work here too. Okay. whichever server is part of the DNS, it will heat it up here. So, but I'm skeptical if it's going to do it the same to anything other than. So here's the thing here. What we did was we made a phone book entry into the DNS master. That's why it is able to look it up. Okay. So another command you have to do is ls lookup, and then this name here. So the ls lookup is can't find. ls lookup. Okay. Resolve.conf. Okay. I'm going to put this information in here. This system needs a reboot now. It is fixed.
Brother Zafar, you might have to repeat few of these steps calls. I think I'm losing a little bit with the new server thing.
Yeah.
So once it's working, just tell me one more time on few steps and we write it down on the document.
Yeah, we are not done yet. We need to configure slaves also.
I'm saying while we are working on this, before slave, we go to get more confused. I'm just curious at this time how we create a new server and trying to ping that with the name and where did we enter the entries.
Yeah.
And
Oh God. Shoot, it's not installed. These things are not installed right here. But let's try. Can't find the test Linux. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the internet on this. Okay, the internet on. Yeah, internet is on. Here, I'm going to disable this.
I guess you have to disable the internet in S1 and...
No, it's already disabled there.
Oh, already disabled.
You know what? I think this is a very bad example I'm doing here. So let me just go back there and change it to which is more realistic. This is how it normally is in the environment here. So let's keep it the way normally it works without adding all these things in. So let's see here.
There's that difference with the ZMPT, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you change with the ZMPT, I believe it will work. So
Yeah.
Error.
Okay, I need to start the service here. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's working now. Now, what it's gonna do is, let's see if it's gonna ping the domain. Yeah, it's not gonna work that way. But let's see here if it's gonna.
Check the firewall on this server. Can you change the firewall?
You don't have to. It's just the outbound thing, right? Oh, but the NS lookup is not installed in here, that's why.
There's the How do we install NS lookup?
NS lookup is a package you have to install. Normally it's installed on
when you download bind and it comes with that?
Yeah, it comes with that I think it's part of a utilities. It's part of it's
because you download file 3 packages in your master, so I believe it's utility part, I believe.
Yeah.
Bind utility.
So here, so far what we did, don't worry about it. So until here, we did this and we did NS lookup. So we did dig DNS master ZMPT.com. Okay, yeah. This one is working, so I'm going to copy this.
What we asking, I mean, the ZMP.com is the difference. Did you check if you put the Saeed.com something, it doesn't working, right?
Yeah, it's not working. Let's just not deal with that. Those things are going to work on the public domain, not the internal one. Okay, you did this. Okay, and then what else we did was NS lookup, right? Yeah.
Did you put the div command as well, brother?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, did. Okay. So we are out of time here. Tomorrow we'll set up the slaves. Okay, and we'll see how master and slave work together. Okay.
All right.
We'll make 3 or 4 more entries in here and see how those things will work.
And Brother Zafar, do you think that you can upload this document today so that we are ready for tomorrow? I just want to do hands-on on this one before the class tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Jazakallah.
Brother.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
Salam alaikum.